Hey guys, it's Corbin, and I'm filming on my phone, not my DSLR camera today, because I felt like it made sense to do this video on my phone because of Vine. And today, I'm sad to announce that Vine will be closing down soon in the next couple of months. I haven't made any Vines in a while. It's been such a long time since I did any Vines whatsoever, but um, Vine was a huge part of like my social media on the internet. Um, so where to begin? I wanted to kind of like share with you guys how I began with Vine, and I know it's not something that's huge with me anymore, but I just look back at my older Vines and I feel as though I should really talk about my experience with Vine, why I didn't use Vine anymore, and potentially on how my non-usage of the app made me made it to where Vine is closing down. So let's get started with the story. Um, So I actually used Vine late summer of 2013. It was an app that was introduced by a friend of mine, and I was like, "Well, what's this? This looks kind of interesting." And I was just like, at the time, I was getting so used to Twitter and Snapchat. I was wondering whether or not this was something I wanted to get involved with. I was thinking it might be just a phase, but I downloaded it, and it was very interesting, and I was actually like, I found myself enjoying the content a lot on Vine, like Brittany Ferlin and all of them. Brittany Ferlin was like my not favorite, but like my first interaction with Vine, and kind of where I watched her, I understood what it was about. 6-second videos and such, and so I started making Vines myself. And it wasn't like, I didn't have a huge following, but it was still a following. It was like 200 followers, and there were actually a majority of people who really enjoy my content on Vine. And looking back at my Vines tonight, I did have some really funny stuff on it, and it made me remember like all the things I did with my friends, and just like, it was like a really nostalgic moment for real. Which is kind of why I wanted to make this video, because I wanted to talk about like my experience with Vine and why I stopped using it, and how I might potentially be the reason why it's closing down. So when I was using Vine, I liked what I was conveying, like humor wise, and I liked how I could gain like a significant amount of followers, and that's why I was kind of really doing it. I wanted to gain followers like on Instagram and YouTube and that sort. And I also loved conveying my humor on Vine. You can see that throughout my old Vines, that I had a really quirky sense of humor. And then one day, I think this was probably like a year and a half ago, I I just got tired of it. My hair is like doing things I don't know what. I don't. That's better. I just got tired of it, and I realized that there was so much you could do more on YouTube than you could do on Vine. Like, I understood that it was a 6-second app, but it was just I realized after that I lost 6-second creativity, if that makes any sense. I couldn't think of any Vines to do within the span of 6 seconds. And then my sense of humor started getting to the point where it was satirical. And I realized that my humor needed to be conveyed in videos that were longer than 6 seconds. 4 to 8 minute videos, to be more precise. And that's when I started doing more skits on my skit channel, Corby Lives. And then I kind of stopped doing Vine, and I feel really bad. I liked Vine. I liked favoriting everyone's videos on Vine, and it was just something that I liked doing. But at the same time, I was just running out of material. Like, what could I do in the span of 6 seconds? I know that sounds kind of weird, but like, I had more ideas that I wanted to convey in videos that were longer, if that makes any sense. So, point being, I stopped using Vine. I posted from time to time, but I just stopped. And I don't think I was the only one. A majority of people like stopped using Vine. I noticed that a lot of Vine users went to making actual YouTube videos, posting their content on Facebook and or Instagram, and it was just something that I noticed that a lot of people were doing. They were just moving on from the app, and it doesn't surprise me whatsoever that the app is now closing down after 3 years. It's because people just lost interest in it. They moved on to bigger things. And that doesn't necessarily mean that the app was flawed or bad or anything like that. It just means that people wanted to convey their humor or content onto broader streams. However, because of this, something that we used a lot as, you know, content creators is now going away now. Good news is about this this ordeal is that they're not deleting our Vines whatsoever. From what I've read, I'm not entirely sure what they're doing. They said that we can download our Vines. They said that we can keep our Vines. We can still watch our Vines. I think what they mean by closing down the app is, I think what they mean is like they're just not letting us record on the app anymore. They still want people to watch the content that we've created over the years. It's just that we're not going to be able to record on the app anymore. I'm not entirely sure. If anybody knows, comment down below just to explain what's going on. But yeah, guys, this is a huge thing, because if this means that Vine is closing down, this is less likely, but that creates a possibility of YouTube closing down, and that's crazy. That's crazy thought. I don't think YouTube is gonna close down, because YouTube has become such a huge site of information and almost like a network of individuals and content. It's a huge mainstream thing. I don't think it's going to close down, because when you think of videos on the internet, you think of YouTube. But knowing that something like Vine that was so big a couple years ago is now closing down makes you think like there's a huge possibility of like things to be presented out there. So I'm coming out and saying this. I don't doubt this whatsoever. I am one of the many reasons why Vine is shutting down. It's because I, as a content creator, could not think of any ideas to post in order for me to keep this app alive. I mean, there's not really anything I could have done. Maybe I could have been more creative, but I just couldn't think of anything at the time. And it sucks that this is happening, and I want to apologize and also say that I'm gonna miss the app so much. I know I haven't been as active as I once was, and I wish I was, because I look back at my videos and it's very, very nostalgic. But it's all ending now. Yeah, it's crazy that something that was such a huge part of my life is now going away. So yeah, guys, that's all I wanted to explain to you guys. Vine is closing down in the next coming months. If you have any Vines that you wanted to maybe download, you should probably do that immediately. Like I said, I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know if the Vines are going to be like still available for you to watch. They said that you can download them, but I don't know if you're going to be able to watch them on the app. I don't know if like they mean like they're closing the app, or if you're going to be able to watch the apps. I would definitely look more and more into this. Like if you have any questions, like just Google everything. This is an actual thing, guys. So yeah, like and share this video to get the word out. I'm sure everyone already knows, but I just wanted to share my story with you guys. Thank you guys so much.